All right, boys and girls, we have talked about 3-digit and 4-digit subtraction. Now I want to talk about subtracting when we have zeros. So let's try this first. We know that when we're subtracting, we start in the ones place, 7 minus 2. I have 7, I take away 2, I end up with 5. Now I'm starting with 0, and I take away 7. Well, it's the same thing we've been working with. When there's more on the floor, you go next door. We need to steal from our neighbor, so we turn that 3 into a 2, and we take the one that we took from it and stick it with a 10s. Now we have 10 tens. 10 minus 7 equals 3, and 2 minus 1 equals 1. When we're dealing with a 0 in the top number, it's the same thing where we're going to go across to our neighbor. Look at this. If we have several zeros, when we look at this, we have 0 minus 9. So I have nothing. And then I'm going to take away 9 from that. Well, I don't have anything. When there's more on the floor, I go next door. But oh no, my neighbor's out. I can't take anything from a neighbor who doesn't have anything. So I go to his neighbor. My 3 turns into a 2. And they share with their immediate neighbor. Now my neighbor has 10, so I can take one from it. Turn that into a 9. This is now, I've done all the hard regrouping work. So I have 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus 7 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. Subtracting across 0, it's the same idea that we've been working with, where when there's more on the floor, you go next door. And then we steal from our neighbor. We take from our neighbor and bring it over to where we need it. This is a little bit trickier if you got 2 zeros in a row. You go to the neighbor who has something. That makes sense. If the neighbor next to you doesn't have a pencil, you go to the person next to them, okay? But then you have to share with everybody. Give to this guy, and then he gives to this guy. You cannot just jump and give to this. Does that make sense? I'm going to have you practice this in a rotation today.